Stream hasn't loaded yet. Just waiting. Okay. I can see my own stream now. Let's go. Except it's kind of delayed. It's the coloring stream. Yeah, the fabled coloring stream. The one I was supposed to stream a while back, but I forgot. Or I mean, I didn't forget. I just felt like playing Minecraft. Wait. Oh, okay, wait. My audio. Wait, I can hear myself. That's not good. I don't want to be able to hear myself. I'm assuming you can hear me fine. I think I have monitoring on in OBS. Let me fix that. Testing audio. Yeah. I can't tell. Oh, okay, I fixed it. Okay. Stream can hear me. I can't hear myself. Let's go. Let's go. How's your day so far? Looks like you're the only one here. Yeah. I like saying it. Phone is messing with. Huh? What is Emker? Oh, no. Aw, they disappeared. No. Since I have 2 concurrent viewers right now, should I just get started? Not sure. You're on PC. Oh, hopefully no typos. Nice. Yeah, I'm also better at typing with a keyboard. Sometimes. Depends. Actually, let me test. I haven't, like, done any typing tests in a while. I was about to open Bing. I don't trust Bing's news page. It's been hitting me with like murder case after murder case, and it's like I'm not interested. I'm not clicking on them. I don't know why it's still like recommending those. Bing news page. Phone has a patch of dead pixels in the corner which makes it impossible to type. Oh. For me in the corner is this heart thing. And so I can't really like see that corner of the chat because of the heart reaction thingy. Yeah. Hmm. Alright. Drawing tutorial for just you. Solo drawing tutorial. Okay. Let's see. So what I usually do, or what I did for all the tea ones, maybe I'll save the glass cup for later. Maybe I'll save the glass cup for later. Wait, let me hide my window while I search it for another picture. Let me just coloring stream that was supposed to happen, but then I drew 200 breaths to play Minecraft. Yeah, yeah. Uh, I like playing Minecraft. It was just a little break from animating, because I'm trying to make a video for Friday, and so I kind of got tired of drawing. Not not tired of drawing, but if I'm drawing for the video anyway, I don't want to hop on stream and then have to draw more sometimes. Sometimes it's fine. Like right now I'm chilling, so I figured I should make this. Here, wait, let me Google a cup of tea real quick so I don't before I get too sidetracked. Cup of tea. Okay, I should probably specify glass. Glass cup. Glass cup of tea. Because I don't want to deal with really fancy looking cups. I found one that's kind of pretty. Just taking images off Google. As layer, fit, center. Okay. And now I can bring the window back up. There we go. There we go. Hello, welcome, welcome. So the main event is to color this, but I'm gonna color this like while waiting. Can't stay but wanted to say hi. Oh yeah, thanks for stopping by. Any support is good support. Yeah, thank you. Streams are kind of heavy commitment. I don't watch too many myself. Let's see. So we're gonna draw this pink cup right here. Oh, I guess we could draw this blue cup back here too. I don't want to deal with these. The pink cup, blue cup. These ones are gonna be pretty easy since we're gonna be staying within the same color range. How about the person that requested the stream? I don't see them yet. They were here for the 200 breads. But not here right now. It's all good. Okay. Gonna draw this pink cup. Gotta zoom in a little bit. Let's start with base color. Base color is pink. I think doing things that are like already colored are easier than things without any color, because it's harder to be able to tell what color it's supposed to be. Like for this, I see orange up here. Whoops. Orange up here in this little bit. I'm essentially just tracing the original picture, but with different colors. Orange here. This is how I learned how to... Would this be considered color theory? I don't think so. How I learned to color. But I can't color things normally, because when I do try and render and color things, it just ends up looking rainbow. Because I don't like using, like, black or white to shade, because I feel like it makes things look like mud. So I end up just using other colors. But when using other colors, you lose the neutrality of like reality, and so it ends up looking like the drinks did in my snack video. I see purple over here. I'm not very good at explaining. Maybe I should explain what I'm doing. Okay. I'll hide this for now too. So, when looking at a picture, you can see that there's like yellow here. Here, wait, let me do this so it's easier to tell. So, even though it all looks pink, this is yellowish, orangish. This is more like purplish. Or I guess it's coming up as red. Here, wait, let me do this area then. Yeah, this is like purplish. purple, kind of. This is blue just because the cut back here, see like kind of yellowy up here. You can see the color wheel on the side like react to the area. It's more yellowy than the area next to it. This is more red. This has a bit more yellow, orange. This is, to me this looks purple. I don't know why it's coming up as that. There's more yellow here. This yellow is the most obvious, I think. I'm gonna ignore the orange back here when I do render. This is red. That one's easy. It's also kind of red. To me, this would be blue. So I'm probably gonna shade it as blue. And then I end up filling like in random colors anyway. Like this is purple. So seeing all the different colors, I just essentially dramatize those. So dramatize the yellow spot down here. Actually, let's do this in order. I would do the outline first. Some purple over here. I can't see chat. It's not busy right now. Okay. Some purple over here. Some dark blue over here. I think this side's more like purple, pink. I think I'm gonna make the opacity lighter, just so it blends better. Yeah, let's make this side blue. Green. Yellow. Another thing, red and purple tend to appear darker. Like, whoops, let me just do this real quick. So I usually use like dark blue or red for like the mid. So these will be the shadows. This is kind of like to mix it. And then yellow oftentimes will be light, like where the light is hitting. Either that yellow or this really light blue. Or I guess if you really wanted to, a super light pink. These can all be used to show light hitting the area. Whereas I use kind of red and green as transition areas because they're kind of in the middle. And blue and purple are the darkest. Sometimes red. Orange can be here then. Does this make any sense? I don't know. It makes sense to me in my head. That these are shadows, these are to blend, and these are light. Yeah. Anyway. And because I have all these colors, I kind of just do whatever. Like, whatever feels right. Which isn't good advice. I'm not good at teaching. Oh wait, this is far too. Gotta draw the ice in. Yeah, so this is how I drew like the chamomile tea and stuff. Just did this pretty much. I think I showed, oh no, I did it in a short, but I did show the original photos and they're not nearly as vibrant just because that was me. I did that. I made it up. Like the areas that look white, most of the time I just put yellow there. Yellow or this super light blue. Because it ends up looking nice. Just kind of, what's it? Just because you kind of trick your mind into accepting that, yep, that's the color light is. Light bounces off of stuff, and it is in fact that color. Makes sense. Makes sense. Doing all the highlights. Gotta make this area more pink because it's darker than everything else. Let me redo that. I like just layering stuff. I started like with paint, and so I'm more used to paint. Like mixing paint colors together. You can't really do that digitally. There's no like nice way to blend, or there is, but it's not as easy as paint to me. Not as easy to blend stuff. And so I just take advantage of the low opacity to layer colors and stuff. Pretty much to mix it how I would mix it if I did have paint. I think it has a cool effect. It's not the most practical, but I think it has a nice effect. Let's make this lighter. This whole area. Let's do red here. Purple, and then blue. Actually, that makes less sense. Just purple. Purple here. Green also doesn't make as much sense. I suppose I should stick closer to warmer colors, since I don't want to take away from the fact that it is pink. If I spam too many colors, it'll look neutral. Which is fine if that's the effect you're going for. My art teacher hated me. They did not like me, because this is not like the proper way. In art class, they very much want you to do the proper way. But I think that's so lame. Art's about expression and having fun. You're gonna scare off so many people that don't even know that they could be good at it yet. All because the proper way. I mean, they liked my enthusiasm. They just didn't like how, no matter how many times they told me that you could be a lot better if you just follow the lesson, that I didn't follow it. I mean, I had an A. Ended with an A. The handle's more neutral, so I'm just kind of doing whatever here. We're still kind of following that rule of the darkest spots will be purple and dark blue. The light spots will be yellow and this light, like cyan color. I mean, if the final product looks good, then what you're doing clearly isn't wrong. Yeah, that's what I think. Like, art is in the eye of the beholder. Like, it's up to interpretation. I mean, if a banana taped to the wall can get $1 million, then I can color however I so please. I can do whatever I want. I have free will. This area. Make it. And then let's put some purple here. Or a lighter purple. And then some green on the outside. It's kind of hard to see with the background still there. Let me just kind of, so you can see the progress. This is not close to being done, but progress. Progress report. It's hard to know what to do up here because this is in the way. Like, I want to ignore it, but it is in the way. I'll probably just try and color it without it being visible later on. Yeah, I'm on the right layer. Okay. Let's do light blue. The ice. I'm not used to like talking while I draw. I should get used to it so I can stream more. Maybe one day I can stream while I'm working. Like on videos, I mean. While I'm working on videos. I don't know if anyone would watch. I mostly stream whatever just for me. Just because I personally find it fun. I think it's fun. Although it was weird. Because the last Minecraft stream I did, I wasn't talking to anyone. And so it was kind of weird talking to myself. But I can do it. I do still have fun. Even if it's a bit odd. On the bottom here, will kind of just be a copy of the top. Purple. Oh, because it's all pink. Yeah, I'm just using the colors next to it to shade just darker or lighter pink. Similar colors to it. Or somewhat similar. Endless cycle of getting sidetracked and then getting back on track. Yes. Yes. I get distracted really easily. Some people find it annoying, other people find it funny. But yeah, no, I do get distracted fairly easily. I don't know, I'm streaming though, so I don't want to just leave it in silence, but at the same time, I don't want to just keep talking about anything because I can get really off topic really fast. I gotta get used to. I mean, it just takes practice, right? Practice makes perfect. And if it doesn't, I suppose I have to quit. Nah. I mean, to me, streaming's like art. There's no wrong way to do it as long as you're having fun. As long as you find it fun. I mean, I suppose there is a wrong way. Wrong way would be hurting people. You don't want to do that. I don't want to get too focused because then I just will stop talking and then the stream will just be silent. Nah. I wonder how many streams it'll take me to get the hang of this. I'm still new. I'm still new. I think that should be orange. Should I explain like the colors I'm using? Just spam explain purple for shadows. No. I also tend to do this, like, I guess zigzag texture, just to show that the object is curved, because I feel like it gives it that effect. Color down here. I think more red. More red down here. Just layering stuff until it looks good. Orange up here. Purple. This one's mostly, like, primarily warm colors, because the pink. Because the pink. It draws everything else to be warm. I don't know if I want to draw this little plant here. I might just ignore it. I'm gonna ignore it. I'm ignoring the plant. Gonna ignore the plant. Add a little bit of blue here, just for contrast. More pink. Dark blue. You can see how with this style it's fairly easy to get carried away. Just putting colors everywhere. I think it's fun though. It's fun. Progress report. I think I can do it without the background for now. Or like from this point on. Let's do it without the background. Oh, my opacity is like way too low. Barely changing anything low. Light from up here. Not like that. Light from up here. Maybe? Like this? No, I don't like this. That's not bad. That's not as bad. This is the part where I just start making stuff up. Start making stuff up. If the colors look nice, it's right. Yeah. That's the philosophy from this point on. If it looks nice, you're doing a good job. Purple. Orange. Or pink. Or red. And then it's lacking some contrast. So let's put some more of the light blue. Put the opacity up so it's stronger. More yellow for the highlights around this part. More like green. Also, because there's no like proper outline, just spamming like the shadows and the light around the outside area does like build contrast, I guess. So it does kind of build an improper outline of the shape. Because you don't want it to lose structure. You want people to still be able to tell what it is or what it's supposed to be. I mean, I guess if you don't, that's fine too. I see some people where, or because abstract art is a thing. Sometimes you're not supposed to get it. Purple. Does this still look like a drink? I mean, it's fun. It looks fun. Goal is to have fun. I really should work on like being able to talk while doing stuff. I don't want it to be silent the whole time. Then it'll be weird to watch. I mean, I'm not sure. Do you mind if I'm like not talking or? Because I feel like when people watch streams, they're there to see the person do something and not just sit in silence. I don't know. I don't know what people watch streams for. I mean, it's supposed to be entertainment, right? I don't imagine someone sitting in complete silence is entertaining. And yet at the same time, maybe just pretty colors. Maybe pretty colors just works. Pretty colors. Want this side to have more red. Side can have more blue. Have nothing to add to the stream. Because it's just drawing. It can't even be like drawing ASMR because you can't hear anything. Only I can hear the sounds the pen is making. We just talk about whatever. This is informal Q&A. Start asking questions. No. Alright, if you have any, you can. Not sure though. I mean, I do do art. Maybe any art related questions? Perchance? Potentially? Potential art related questions? I don't know, it's hard because I do both. Or, how do you say? Like variety content, kind of? Like I do both drawing and gaming. And when you game, there's something to talk about, like, constantly. It's the game itself. But while drawing, there's not much. Not nearly as much to say. It's just picture. How's it looking so far? I think it looks nice so far. Gotta add more contrast to like in between the eyes. Some random squiggles. Make it orange so it's not as dark over here. Or green. Some green. Random squiggles for contrast. Random squiggles for contrast. I'm kind of ignoring what it would look like going under. Like the under of the ice, what it looks like. Let's fix that. Say red over here. Under the ice. random colors to create contrast. Should retitle the stream to an unhelpful guide on how to color. An unhelpful guide on how to color, where it's more show than tell. Because I'm not good at explaining things. I just kind of show. Like whenever people ask me for help, I just kind of show them how to do it. I don't. Less words, more visual. You've heard of visual learner. I'm a visual teacher because I can't talk. Or I'm not as good at it. Green, more purple, more orange. More colors the better. But you don't want them to overlap too much, otherwise they look like mud. And so generally keep like the lights next to the other lights and it'll make sense. And then keep the shadows around where they're expected to be. You can bend the rules sometimes. Like you can see here I'm using green kind of as a highlight instead of the middle ground that it's supposed to be. Can bend the rules. There are no real rules to art. I refuse. I mean, there are, but not any that I will follow or acknowledge. Because I feel like you could flip all the rules on their head and it'll still be art. Like you could replace lights with dark and darks with lights, and it would still look like a picture because the contrast is still there. Rainbow eyes. Some more of the drink on top. Let's just make all this lighter. All these a little lighter. And go back to blue. That's too dark. Lighten the opacity. Blue. What else is it missing? Yellow. Yeah, this type of style does take a while, just because it's a lot of going back and forth and layering. You can tell I primarily paint based off how I color stuff. Almost done? Almost done? Maybe. My headphones are making weird noises. I don't know what they're coming from. Wait, let me just double check that you can still hear me because the headphones are acting weird. Wow. Wait, let me just double check that you can still hear me because the headphones okay. Seems like you can still hear me. Seems like it still works. Oh. Okay. Let's add some more blue here. And some more yellow here. Some more yellow here. Maybe some blue? Nah, it doesn't look right. More red. More red. green. Almost done. Blue here. Let's turn the opacity up. Blue here. Let's make this whole area down here darker. Add more purple for shadow. Add some more green over here for contrast. I think that looks good. Just a tiny bit more purple here. Just a tiny bit more purple here. And I think that's good to go. Or maybe a bit more pink here. I keep going back and forth. This is just how I draw. Alright. There is a colored cup of tea. Ta-da! And then you can spam making copies of it to make it brighter. But I don't like doing too many. I like it kind of pastel. Yeah, I think I like it like this. Just once. Just double it once. Or for this one, just because I layered it so much. And this brush can also be turned into an eraser, so just to trim, to make its shape more uniform. Under here too. And here. And then we're all done. And it ends up looking a little bit more purple than pink. But that's alright. It still looks nice. Alright. Currently I have 0 concurrent viewers. And so it's time to do the cup. I'll just end up making this a YouTube video. For anyone watching the VOD, this is now a recording session. Let's go. Should I screenshot that? Maybe? Maybe screenshot it? Control C. To clipboard. I sent it to myself in Discord. I gotta open that up. I'm so awkward. Anyway. Gonna archive this VOD. Gonna archive this VOD. No, I won't. I don't know how to do that. Well. Alright. The moment. The moment. The cup. The cup. The main event. Alright. So, once again, it's a lot easier to visualize on an object that's clear. That's why I wanted this to be the example. But this part's the most obvious, I think. This part's like definitely blue. This part I think is more like purple. You can see it on the color wheel on the side that even though it's technically gray, this part's more purple, this part's more green. You can see that, yeah, this part's more green, more purple down here. This part like red. It's still purple, but it's more red than the area next to it. this area pops up as green. You can kind of see it over on this side. Oh, I didn't mean to draw. Back to the eyedropper tool. This part's more orange, red, yellow, blue, pink down here. You can see it on the side. I'm just doing this so you guys can kind of visualize what I see already. But this area is going to be kind of pink up here, I think. Nope, green. I'm wrong. Green, yellow around here. Pink up here. Maybe? No? Oh, it's up here. Okay, pink up here. And then you can see it like flick to like that light blue that I use for highlights. Oh, since this is the recording session, quick color lesson. Okay, so I use red, dark blue, and purple for shadows. Red's a bit light, so actually let's do this. Purple, dark blue are shadows. Red's kind of in the middle. It's still a shadow, but a bit lighter than those. Orange and green, oh, I guess and pink, are kind of transitions. This pink's a bit dark. Pink, kind of transitions. Specifically, I think it would go like this. And then I use the super light cyan and yellow as highlights. And so this is kind of the color gradient we're working with. Shadow, this is the darkest, and this is the lightest. So keeping that in mind, the rest of this should make more sense. So, and I lower the opacity, just so they kind of blend better. Except you can't see me lowering the opacity. I have the opacity at like 20 right now. And I use this lasso brush thing. Alright. Starting with the most obvious right now. This blue up here, it has that little, like, dip. I'm gonna ignore that. I'm gonna ignore that dip in the glass. Pretend it's not even there. That's not like part of the lesson, it's just I don't want to draw it. Lesson 1. Have fun. And I don't want to draw it. So we doing this. See, this part is a bit more purple because it's a bit darker. So shadows are purple. Or we can make some this kind of purpley pink for contrast. I see this area is yellow because there's more light here. That's just how it is around the rim. All the shadows and light collect at the top. Let me do some orange here to make the transition smoother. This is a bit too out of shape. Alright. And then some green. It's kind of the middle in between the shadows and the light. And then dark blue. Again, just so the rim. And we can put it here to kind of trace out the rest of the shape of the glass. Or real quick, you can see that this area is darker than the background and that this area is lighter than the background. And so I can put some of our highlight colors over here and some of our shadow colors over here. Whoops. That's pretty much it. Kind of just practice from there. Practice and having fun. So there's kind of the rim figured out. And we can do the bottom. So this part, it's not straight. Like, we know the cup's gonna be like this shape. But with this style of coloring, we're focusing on how the light moves. And so you can see that this part's darker. So even though it doesn't make as much sense, we can do this. Trace over that shape, trace over the shape, and these shapes down here. This is dark, but it's not quite as much so. So let's put some, I see it as blue, and then orange up here. This part may be red. Then a lighter blue. Or no. Anyway. Let's make this part pink. Just kind of tracing over the shadows. And if you want more variety in your coloring, you could always switch the color to, let me think of how to describe this, to something that is higher or lower on the scale, but like will fit or blend well. Like, I think yellow can go here, but I think red can also help kind of blend it in a bit. Kind of like this. And then green. Green can also help it blend in a bit. Like so. Then let's add this light blue highlight back here. Light blue highlight down here. And up here. Make this area pink. Still a dark pink, adjacent to purple. Some red. This area I feel like is green. Looking good. Just add more. See, even though I see most of this area as purple, I want to add red just to give it some variety. In this area, green. Because I like making things colorful. Personal preference, really. It's not really a proper rule. It's just something I like to do. And some yellow here because these are highlights. Much lighter areas than the areas around it. Add some blue here. Some red here. Some more yellow to layer it. More purple. And like this. And then just by following the light, you can kind of see it take shape already. More shadows here. Light blue, because I feel like there's highlights within the yellow. Some green to transition between the two areas. Some more orange and yellow. Let's do this. Blend it all together a little bit. Some red for more emphasis on the shadows. Kinda accent the darker spaces more by adding another color. And accent the lighter areas. Even though these are all like the dark, like the shading colors, you can add it all to the same shaded area, just so it looks nicer. Some yellow here. Some yellow here. For a neutral color, gravitate towards something towards the center. I'm gonna do pink. Actually, I don't like pink there. Do pink for this half. And then for this half, do green. Maybe not. Trial and error, trial and error. Yeah, I like that. Pink, yellow, light blue, and more pink. As you layer colors, some might get drowned out. You can go back over those. Make sure they're still able to be seen. Some green back over here for contrast. Some orange. And to highlight this little area, light blue. Gotta round out the shape of it. And this one, gotta round it out. There we go. There's the bottom of the cup. Let me just... Yeah, okay. Just real quick. I'm gonna add one more thing. There you go, there's the bottom of the cup. Now, to continue tracing with the cup. Since this area is kind of darker but kind of lighter at points, I'm gonna use the middle color, being this green. Maybe transition into pink down here. And this line is generally darker, so let's make it blue. And then this area up here, surprisingly, is darker than this area down here. And so I'm gonna pick a neutral tone for the whole cup. Let's see. What did I make it in the thumbnail? Pretty sure I made it light blue. Yeah, I made it light blue. Okay. Neutral tone for the whole cup. Light blue. Or maybe a bit lighter than that. Light blue. And this is for us to build off of. So because this area is darker, let me just go over it again. Go over it with some of the darker colors. Blend it down here a bit. Some more darker colors. This is red. Or maybe I want it to ease in a bit better. So I'll make it pink. And then green. Trace out the shape of it. Here we go. I want this area to be a bit orange. Tracing out the darker spots, making them orange. Let's make the shadow red. Maybe red's a bit too extreme. Make the shadow purple. Now I see a huge light spot there. So I'm just gonna go in with yellow. And then with green. Add to the base a bit. Yellow and green. This area, make it purple. Kind of just to show the shape a little more. Orange. Orange up here too. Some red. A darker blue down here. Some pink down here. A darker pink. Highlight the shape down here a bit more using contrasting color, which in this case I'm using pink. I want more to be going on up here. Let's add more yellow. Let's add more purple to this side. Add more purple to this side as well. I went a bit over the line, so I'm gonna take that away. go back in with blue to highlight that this area is lighter than the background. And then, or this area is lighter than the background. I'm gonna go in with pink here to kind of fix up the shape. Kind of clean up my rough sketch a little bit. Trace this area out. I've lost the rim a little bit, so I'm going to try and bring it back using some other colors that will stand out. Some orange back here, just because the closest orange to this orange back here is this one. So it would stand out next to the other colors. Some green here, just to make the transition on the eyes easier. Some yellow. Highlights, highlights. Looking more like a cup already. Okay, so this back area would be more shadowed than the front. To show that, oh wait, that's far too opaque. To show that, more pink. I gotta bring it all the way to the top though. More pink. More pink. Then let's add green across from it. Some more green. Some purple down here. And some blue in the back. What else can we add? Some more green just for contrast. Just for the sake of contrast. Green here too. Let's throw some blue on top. Some yellow down here for contrast. Just for highlights. Some pink up here. Some purple up here. Looks like a cup, no? Red. Trace out a little more of those shadows to make them more obvious since we kind of lost them doing the base color. Some orange on the inside of the cup, so there's a bit more contrast from this inside rim to that outside rim. Let's put some more yellow on this side. Oh. Then some final highlights. Finishing touches. I'm trying to decide whether I'm done with this or not. Let's see. I'm afraid of messing it up, but there's always an undo button. I think this is good. I couldn't do more. I feel like this is good enough. It's not a good mindset to have. I'm just gonna keep adding to it. Add a bit more here. At this point, it's a cup. People can tell it's a cup if they're looking at it. It's very much a cup. And I followed all the rules that I said at the beginning. And so from here on out, I'm just following the vibes, the feeling, like where I feel like stuff should go. Because this is done. You could take this as is. I could duplicate it to make the colors stand out more. Those stand out a lot. But let me delete one layer so it doesn't look that crazy. I mean, I could always, if I don't want the bottom part to be as, like, doubled up, could always just erase it. Erase it off the other layer that's making the rest of it look more highlighted. And this is our finished product. But I'ma just keep going. I'ma just keep coloring it until I personally am satisfied. Because I like colors. Let's see. Put some pink here. Some green. Some orange. Just really bring the contrast out. More purple. This is the part where the rules kind of get a little overshadowed because I favor vibes. Favor vibes over rules. Yeah. Because this is my art. I can do what I want with it. And nope, I'm gonna add a bit more. Some cyan highlights up here. And some pink ones on this side. And this is Brad's version of the final product. You can kind of see the difference. I made sure to leave that. Let me just re-erase the bottom here. This would be the final product if you just do all the rules. And this is what I like doing. Just giving it a little more fantasy, whimsy, if you will. Just a little more extra. Because this is nice and all. And following the rules is cool. I don't know. Something about this just makes me feel happier. Like I like it better. But that's just me. You can, I mean, all in all, pretty much with this style, you can do whatever you feel like. Since clearly, this cup, even this cup, just base, doesn't exactly look like that. The style to begin with is kind of whatever I feel like. Just to prevent it from becoming mud, there are the light colors, shadow colors, just as a guideline. But at the end of the day, This doesn't look particularly bad either. No? Alright, that's all. If that were a video, how long would that have been? I'm not sure. Let me check OBS. Well, I'm an hour in. Ideally, that whole thing took less than 30 minutes. I could zoom back in my own stream. Let me see when I started the cup. Yeah, 30-minute drawing tutorial. Let's go. 30-minute drawing tutorial. Alright. Well, since it's just me, I'll be ending this stream just so I can know where to cut the video or know where to cut the live in order to what's it called? Know where to cut the live in order to finish the video. Yeah. Alright. Bye bye, VOD watchers.